Now let's have a look at the vocabulary of the unit on severe income inequality and human rights.
Great. The first word is severe, an adjective.
猛烈的、剧烈的。
Of something bad or undesirable, very great, intense. The storm was so severe that it toppled trees.
Allocate, verb.
分配。
Distribute resources or duties for a particular purpose. With $20 and 5 people, we are able to equally allocate $4 for each one.
Tuition, noun.
学费。
The money paid for teaching. Few can afford the tuition of going to an Ivy League university.
Resources, noun.
资源。
A stock or supply of money, materials, staff, and other assets that can be drawn on in order to function effectively. Earth's resources should be equally owned and cared for by all.
Consequence, a noun.
后果。
A result or effect, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant. As a consequence of not attending class, he failed the course.
Denote, verb.
表示。
Point out or be a sign of. The level of income inequality within a society often denotes the degree to which human rights are not applied equally within that society.
Jurisdictional, adjective.
管辖权的。
Referring to a particular area of control of a legal authority. The Taipei mayor has jurisdictional authority over Taipei City.
Sovereignty, noun.
主权。
A supreme power or authority over something, such as a nation. The sovereignty of a nation depends on the nation's ability to make its own decisions.
Hypothesis, noun.
假设。
A guess or proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. To determine the solution, she first came up with a hypothesis as to the cause.
Hypocrisy, noun.
虚伪、伪善。
The practice of claiming to have a higher standard or more noble beliefs than is actually the case. After listening to him tell us to do one thing, while he did something completely different, we finally understood the hypocrisy of his rules.
Distinction, noun.
区别。
A contrast or difference between similar things, people, or situations. If human rights were applied equally to all people, there would be no distinction between health care for the rich and the poor.
Entitlement, noun.
权利、资格。
Having a right to something. Human rights are entitlements that should be applied equally to all people.
Dignified, adjective.
有尊严的、庄重的。
Being worthy of honor or respect, everyone should be guaranteed the right to live a dignified life.
Paramount, adjective.
首要的。
Having more importance. When designing solutions for humanity, it is paramount that we consider what is best for all.
Declaration, noun.
宣言。
A formal statement or announcement. The Declaration of Independence states that all men are created equal.
Perspective, noun.
观点。
A point of view. From my perspective, we are all responsible for solving global problems.
Universal, adjective.
普遍的。
Applicable to everyone, everywhere, in all cases. If human rights are to be universal, they must be applied equally to everyone.
Third world, noun or verb.
第三世界
The developing countries of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. On average, wages in third world nations are lower than those of first world nations.
In my book, an idiom.
在我看来
In my opinion, in my book, a lie is a lie, regardless of how small it is.
Eliminate, verb.
消除
Completely remove or get rid of something. In order to eliminate inequality, it is necessary for all to take responsibility for everything.
Correlate, verb.
相关
Have a mutual relationship or connection in which one thing affects or depends on another. The study found that a higher rate of income inequality highly correlates with a higher rate of health problems.
Vocabulary quiz. Question 1. There is a clear between the students that graduated from these two universities. A. Eliminate. B. Consequence. C. Paramount. D. Distinction.
Question 2. Over the past few years, China and the Philippines have disputed the what of the South China Sea? A. Denote. B. Universal. C. Sovereignty. Or D. Hypocrisy. Thank you so much for your attention this afternoon, and this ends the vocabulary component of our
Severe income inequality and human rights. MOOCs lesson.